Okay, Rabotai, we're learning today. We're continuing our Pirkei Avot series. Baruch Hashem, Perek Aleph, Mishnah Yud Bet. Great feedback we're getting, Baruch Hashem, with it. Hillel v'Shamai kiblu mehem. Felix, pay attention. Hillel v'Shamai kiblu mehem. Hillel omed. Hevei mitalmidav shel Aharon. Yeah, what does it say over here? Be like what? The students of Aharon. Aharon who? Aharon, a Kohen. Ohev shalom, love shalom, verodef shalom. Ohev et haberiyot v'mkarban torah. What is it saying over here? Ohev shalom, verodef shalom. You know what rodef is? Do you know what a... Oh, you know what a rodef is? Rodef, they bring him a Sechet Sanhedrin. If a guy's coming to kill you, that's considered a rodef. He's running after you to kill you. He's considered a rodef. So why does the Mishnah use such a strong language? Rodef shalom? What's going on over here? So the answer to this question I heard from my Rabbi, Rabbi David Bender, he writes, he says, Rodef shalom, when you're being Rodef shalom, you got to run after it like somebody's chasing you to get killed. You have to run to make peace. You have to run to make peace. How many times you have sometimes you have family members fighting. Like, what's going on? Oh, because of this and because of that, because of that. So therefore you say, oh, but what? Rabbi, I'm right. I'm the correct one. You're right. You are the correct one. But sometimes in life, you be rodef shalom, even though you are 100% right. Now, it's very easy to say. But if you do that, just know you're on a madrega of one of the highest madregot that you can imagine of a character. Imagine you're 100% right. And it's his fault. And the other person's fault. Now you're going and you're running after him to make peace. And the guy's turning his back away from you. What are you turning back away from me? I'm coming to make peace and you're turning your back away from me. What are you, crazy? What are you thinking? But you say, you know what? I'm going to still run after him to make shalom. And he's going to turn your back again. And he's going to do it 4 or 5 times. But eventually, he's going to turn around and say, you know what, I forgive you. Meanwhile, you thinking that you're forgiving me? Yeah, you forgive you, take it, and then you make peace. You know what's going on or no? You have to be rodef shalom. And sometimes a person, he can't be the tough cookie. Sometimes a person, you're going to ask forgiveness, and the guy's, no. You can't be like that. You want Hashem to be like that with you? Every time you ask him, Hashem, no, you don't want that. So therefore, you can't be like that to others. So what's Aaron teaching us? Ohev shalom, love peace. Rodef shalom, run after it. If you love peace, you know nothing's gonna go wrong because you're always loving peace. Oh, I want to make shalom. I don't want to fight. I want to make shalom. I want to make peace. I want this. I want that. If something did go wrong, heaven forbid, and you're right, you're 100% right. Still, if you forgive me, I'm mochel you if I didn't do something wrong. This, that. Just try to appease yourself. I told you a story about my block. There was one guy in my block. One of the guys in the block, he called the cops on one of the neighbors. He called the cops on one of the neighbors to arrest him. Imagine.
Why? What did he do?
To arrest him. Not going into what he did, what he didn't do, but it wasn't so. I know the whole story. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do anything. So in any case, what happens? Came Purim, and this person, who the cops were about to arrest, comes over to me and gives me Mishloach Mano. I said, wow, this comes vote, thank you very much. You didn't have to. He's like, no, it's not for you. I said, oh, sorry. I said, who's it for? He says, for you to give to this guy. So this guy called the cops on you. Remember? I'm thinking something in my head. He's like, that's why I need you to be the peacemaker and go ahead and make shalom. Imagine! You know what's going on over here? This guy was a Kohen. He's from the lineage of Aharon. You know what I'm saying? He has the genes, it must be. He's running after to do peace. Why? Because there's that. Shalom, I have to make shalom. Shalom, I have to make shalom. Peace. Hashem doesn't like people fighting. The Kli Malzik Berachai is shalom. You ever hear such a thing, Joe? You ever hear such a thing? Wild. He's making peace like that. Now, how did Aharon do it? So it says, the Pirkei, the Avot Rabbi Natan, he writes, he says, when you know somebody loves you and cares for you, you know you're going to make you make tranquility amongst each other. For example, somebody did something wrong to you. You get somebody else involved. Let's say the rabbi gets involved. Oh, you don't understand. This guy loves you so much. What, Rabbi? He loves me. You know what he did me? He stabbed me in the back. He did this. He did that. What do you do all of a sudden? No, he really loves you. He loves you. You don't understand. He speaks so highly of you. He said you're the biggest tzaddik. Now all of a sudden, what does this guy think? Oh, really? He really thinks highly of me? And what does the rabbi do? He goes to the other guy. Oh, by the way, you know that guy? Yeah. He loves you. What? He loves me, Rabbi. You don't know what he did. And all of a sudden, the next time they meet, they all of a sudden gives each other's hugs. What do you mean? What do you give me a hug for? Yeah, I know. You really deep down, you love me. I know. You understand what I'm trying to say or no? Hear what's going on or no? No, you don't understand. Mark, listen. Like this. Again, when a person knows that you love him, he automatically is going to say, oh, you love me, I'm going to love you back. That's the way it works. If you have what's in your heart against that person, right? It says like what does it say? It says the no, nobody here. Nobody here. We don't have that. All right. It says like this. He says like this. We don't have it. We don't have it here. Like this. Guys, you got messed up. Wait. What are you doing? Don't touch the video, yeah? I'll say it again. Listen clearly. There was a fellow. What happened? There was a fellow. I'm going to end off with this, but listen. There was a fellow. Mike, please. There was a fellow. And this guy was a Mosed. You know what Mosed is? What's Mosed? A rat. Now the rabbi became the new Rav of the community. And he found out that this is the rat. Now he comes to Knis. So he tells the Gabbai, I'm going to put the rat in his place. How are you going to put him in his place? He said, okay, again, we're not asking questions on the story, but just listen to the story. So he told the Gabbai, when he comes up, tell him he's going to get Aliyah, he's going to get this, he's going to get that. He's about to go up, the guy. And the rabbi goes to him on the side. You got Aliyah? You have to sit back down. Sit back down. What do you mean? This guy gave me Aliyah. I'm going up. He says, no, you're sitting back down. You know why? You're more serious. You cannot. You can't rat people out. You can't rat the Jewish people out. He says, what do you mean, Rabbi? So, you heard what I said? That's it. The next day, the two Gabbais was with the rabbi, and they were walking in the shuk, in the marketplace. Who do they see? And they're far away. Who do they see? They see the rat. They see this guy who was a Mosed. The Mosed now, he's walking towards the rabbi and the two Gabbais. And he's a big, strong guy. So the two Gabbais tell the rabbi, let's run. Let's get out of here. Let's run. He says, no, there's no way to run. We're staying here. And the whole time, the guy is coming, the Mosed is coming to the rabbi. And all of a sudden, he apologizes to the rabbi. Rabbi, I'm sorry. Rabbi this, Rabbi that, Rabbi. What? And he says, but Rabbi, do you mind? Could I spit in these two guys, the Gabbai's face? I just want to take a nice spit in their face. He says, what? He says, no, you can't do that. He says, what? No, Rabbi, please. Just one spit for him and for him. I just want to spit in their face. He says, no, you can't do that. He says, and then finally he left. So the two Gabbai's like, Rabbi, I understand. You are the rabbi that rejected him, and he wants to beat us up. I understand what happened. Mike, lower your voice, please. He says, I understand what happened. He says like this. He says, I'll explain. He says, what were you thinking when this guy was coming to us? What were you thinking? You were thinking, oh, this Rasha Merusha, he's going to beat us up. He's going to even beat up the rabbi. He's a low life. He's a zero. He's a this. He's a that. So you automatically felt in his heart that you hate him, that you don't like him. He says, what was I thinking? The entire time, what was I thinking? He's really tzaddik. He's such a tzaddik, this guy. Deep down, he has a good soul. He has good neshama. Things in his life, he must have had hard times. And if he changes, he'll be such a good person. So he felt that vibe that I was feeling. So automatically, he had shalom. He had peace with me right away. You know what's going on? You know what's going on? The vibe that you have amongst the person, he feels it. And that's what the end of the Mishnah says. Ohevet haberiyot umikarevan laTorah. Bring them close to Torah. How do you bring a person? What's the best kiruv tactic? You want to bring a person? Love him. Or Torah, you automatically, that's why it says at the end, kiruv of Torah. What does kiruv of Torah have to do with anything? It says because you know what? You want to get a guy close to religion. You want to go mekarev. You want to do the big kiruv. Hey, what's doing? You give him a hug. How you doing? I love you. Come. He comes into shul. First time to shul. You know, we have a guy in our shul right here. You know what he does? First time. Sometimes we have newcomers. He doesn't know anything about shul. He comes in to pray. What does the guy do? He stands up. He makes sure he gives him a nice hot coffee. He sets him up. You sit here. He gets him a talet. He gets him a siddur. All of a sudden, he feels so warm. Wow. This is the best shul. This is the best. I love shul. Shul's the best. Why do you love shul? I don't know. They're just good people. Hey, great. What happened? Because you love them. You pull them closer. You pull them closer. You pull them closer. When you show them that love, they want to come back and they want to come back and want what? Then all of a sudden, that's a mekarev to people.